It's time for another Lion Vision update, this time with Missy Tiber, head coach of the women's basketball team here at North Alabama. And Coach Tiber, here we are, final weekend of play, 2 games left, and there's so much at stake. We have a spot clinched in the conference tournament, but as far as seeding goes, with 2 games left, there's so much on the line.
You know, it's just so hard to believe only 2 games left in the regular season, and after you've put so much, blood, sweat, and tears into the year, it's tough to see it start wrapping up. But I like what we've done this year, and I've liked the position that we've put ourselves in. We're going to make the conference tournament that we did a year ago, and that was our goal. And now we come down to 2 games, and if we can win them both, hopefully we'll get a little bit of help, and we could host a game here on Tuesday.
What does it say about this team, Coach, that we were picked towards the bottom of the preseason conference standings? And I know that you've told me in the past you don't look at that a whole lot. But what does it say about this team, just how well they've performed and just well exceeded expectations, and they've put themselves in this position to host a first-round game?
You're talking about a team that, a year ago this program won 5 games, and this year we've won 18. So you're talking about a 13-game improvement. I would say probably in Division II we might be ranked up towards maybe the top 5 in turnarounds, and you got to attribute that to lots of things. And, obviously the number one are your kids, your players. As a coach, you just put the best product and the best kids that you have out there on the court, and you train them up, and you hope that they'll go out there and do a great job for you. And this year you just have to give your kids a credit because that's what they've done.
We could talk about so many of your players, but the one that I want to focus on in this Lion Vision update is Kiki Gunter. Saturday against Valdosta State, 29 points to lead the way in a humongous home win against one of the better teams in the conference. 1 point shy of tying her career high, but here with 2 ball games left, Kiki's faced some adversity this year with the concussion and being out a few games with the flu, but here we are down the stretch, and she's playing some of her best basketball.
I think Saturday against Valdosta, that's one of the best games I've ever seen her play. She was very aggressive. Lots of times she will kind of take a little bit of a backseat role and just kind of let her game come to her, but you can really see her just putting herself out there for the game. She wanted the ball in her hands, and she wanted to take and make the big shots, and that's not always what she does, but I think right now she understands that she's one of our best players, and if she does that, she's going to give our team a good opportunity to win basketball games.
So here we go, Coach. Thursday, 6 p.m. in Jackson, Tennessee, taking on Union University. The Bulldogs have a lot to be playing for. They're fighting for one of the final 3 spots in the conference tournament. You look at where they are. They've defeated West Florida twice this season. We beat Union on our home floor by 22 earlier this season, but going up to their place, it's not a team to sleep on.
When you're down to 2 games left in the season, everyone right now, you're jockeying for position. That's what we're doing. They're trying to get in for sure and solidify that. Without a doubt, I think they're going to get in, and they're one of the best state teams in our league. And that's the scary part, is that we have to go over there and play them. They've had some rough times this year, and it's definitely not something that their program is used to. But Mark has really turned it around here as of late, and their kids are playing a lot better.
What's the expectation Thursday night in terms for us to pick up our second win of the year over Union?
We're going to have to make exterior shots. I said that, and I'll say it all year long. If we're making shots from the perimeter, we can beat anybody in this conference. And if we're not, we're going to have long nights. So that's number one, is that we have to make shots from the perimeter. And then we're going to have an excellent effort on the defensive end. Bria Gaines on the interior is somebody, we don't have size to match up with her. So we're going to have to bring some help. But in order to bring some help, we have to rotate really well, because I have such high respect for them from shooting the ball from the perimeter as well. So we'll have our hands full on the defensive end.
UNA women and UNA men taking on Union University this Thursday in Jackson, Tennessee. You can catch all the coverage on 97.1 FM WBCF, the home of UNA athletics.